Hi, everyone. I'm here today with Damian. Hi, Damian. Nice to meet you, and thank you for taking
Hello,
the
nice to
time.
meet you. No problem.
So would you like to quickly introduce yourself, saying also what you're doing? I see lots of instruments behind you. So
Sure, yeah, my name is Damian. I'm a music producer here in Ireland.
how did you get in contact with Idealofmed? We are here because we are trying to understand how people get through the journey to reaching somehow the ideal of me. And it would be nice to also hear from you how was your experience?
Well, I was looking to get a transplant for a couple of years and I came across the company via Google. And after speaking to one of your representatives, actually two of your representatives, I was like, I got a good feeling. I was like, okay, I think I can trust these guys. And then I got in touch with Kem, one of your representatives, and we just talked through the process. He made me feel at ease. He answered every question whenever I wanted. So from the very start, it was very professional, very clear. He done everything he could to reassure me. So through the internet, basically, and through comparing my interactions with other companies, you guys felt the best, so I said I'd go with you, and I seen the work, and it was impressive. So
Great.
all right.
Happy to hear that. Nice. How long ago have you been to Istanbul?
It would be 9.5 months now.
Okay,
Yeah,
a long
yeah.
time. And how's it going so far? How is the
Going good,
process?
yeah, it's great. I'm delighted. Like I was extremely like I had no hair virtually. I had a little island here and I had nothing back here. And it's starting to look great. So very happy, you know. I'll probably at one point I had a lot of hair to cover. So it's like I might at one point go back for a touch up, but it's like it's only because I had so much hair to do. And the first surgery they done 6,200 follicles, which is an insane amount. And they were trying their best to try to get it done in one. So we'll see. I might need to go back for another, but that's only because I was so bald. You know, if you're going for a norm, if you catch it early, you'll only need one.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely. Yeah, it looks great already. And
Yeah, it's not bad, is it?
yeah, definitely. I see. I see. And now that you described how it was before, I can see the
How it was? Have you ever seen some pictures? It was I'd no hair. I'd hair here, you know, like the typical stage 6 or whatever you call it, stage 7 pattern baldness. I had that, you know. So it's a miracle, isn't it? It's brilliant. What an
lovely.
age we live in, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
and
definitely.
it makes a difference to your life. I don't care what anyone says. How people of the opposite sex look at you, it does count. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
People can say, "Oh, I'm happy being bald." Fair enough. You can be happy being bald if you want, but it's not expensive to not be. So why would you not do it if you have the money?
Yeah.
You know.
I think it's about choice, you know. There are people that are like, okay, actually,
Right.
I look great like that, and I don't want to change it. But then there are also people that actually,
Everybody told you're right. Yeah.
yeah.
Everyone told me I look great bald, and I was like, I don't care what you say. I want to get my hair back.
I
So
want it for me. Yeah, that's exactly the point. It's doing something for yourself and making sure that you fulfill your desires and not everyone
sure,
else's.
you got it. You got it. Yeah. Don't be worried about the stigma. You know, that kind of way. That's important.
Definitely. You said that you didn't care about what people were saying. Were they having like people that you know around you? Were they saying something
Oh
about?
no, people were just saying like you look good with a shaved head, you know. And I said, fair enough. Maybe I do look good with a shaved head. I think my friends were more worried that it would be a disaster. You know, it's like that wouldn't look well when it was finished because I think the early days of transplants have probably turned a lot of people off of them because you see on the internet you can see some horror results, you know, but these days, I don't think that happens. I think maybe back at the start, maybe it happened, but these days, I think you don't really see too many disaster stories, do you? Like, not really.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And what did they say afterwards when they saw that how it turned
Well,
out?
yeah, people are like, what the hell? They're surprised, you know. My favorite thing is when people that I half know walk by me and don't know it's me.
Yeah.
So that's my favorite thing, right? It's like I go hello, and they're kind of, who the fuck is that? Who is that? You know? I go, oh, it's me. So I don't look too much different, but when people are expecting to see a bald person and now you're walking by with hair, they don't know at first glance.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's one of those main features that people see usually, like to recognize some.
Well, I'll be honest with you, right? As a younger male, I noticed when I lost my hair, I noticed you'd be talking to a girl in the club, something normal. Now they're looking at my head. And I'm going, what the hell are you looking at my head for? Stop looking at my head.
Yeah, I mean, it's good as long as it makes you feel good. I think it's always a good decision and a good idea.
I'm starting to feel good about it now, I must say, because it's getting to the stage now after 9.5 months where like it's got a bit of length, it's thick. It's like the first few months, obviously, you're like, I always had faith it was going to turn out well, you know, but the first few months, you don't really see the benefits too much, you know, it takes a bit of time, as you know. But once the 6 month period hit, I was like, oh, this is pretty cool, you know.
Nice.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
sounds really
Cool.
good.
Yeah.
And what do you tell me about Istanbul? How did you like it? Was it the first
Istanbul's
time?
an interesting city. It's an interesting city, that's for sure. I kind of, as you see, I'm a musician. Well, I kind of make folk music, like Middle Eastern folk music, you know. So what I liked about Istanbul is outside of my hotel, I could hear all this fabulous Turkish folk music. So I was like, this is great for me, you know. I've been over twice. The second time I went for more of a holiday because I went to get the artificial stem cell injection the second time. So I got to see a little bit more of Istanbul, and it was lovely. Like I took a beautiful boat ride up the river. It was like, oh, amazing. The mosques are amazing. It's a beautiful city, you know. So it's, you know, every big city is chaos, but there is beauty in Istanbul for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. When they're big, there's also lots of culture, so that's usually what attracts people as well. Like, as you
True.
said.
Yeah. True. No, I'll be returning to Turkey in the next 6 months again. I'd say 100%. I'll probably try a different city this time, but you know, no, my experience is fine. I liked it. You know, the hotel I stayed in was lovely. Like in terms of the way your company handles patients, it's like they couldn't make it they couldn't make it any easier. You know, I was picked up in a nice taxi. The hotel was lovely. I was picked up every day. I was reassured about any questions, any concerns. Someone was there to answer the question like pretty close to immediately, you know. So I think your company is fabulous, the way it treats patients and how easy it makes it. You know, no, I didn't have to worry about anything. And it's like I felt that from start to finish. And that's nice, you know. No one wants to go to a big city like Istanbul and feel like they're lost because it's an intimidating city, you know. And but I didn't feel that at all the way your company handled
That's
me. Like,
great. That's great
yeah,
because it's exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to make people feel sure about what they're doing and not having to worry
yeah,
about anything. So it's important that.
nice. A plus, A plus, top
Great,
marks.
great. I have one last question for you.
Sure.
I usually like to ask, what would you suggest to someone that is now looking forward to having this sort of procedure, but they still have some doubts, some questions? You know, I think you've also been through that process. Like everyone goes through that.
I think that's the best thing is to speak to people who've had the operation, isn't it? That's the best thing you can do, really. Just find someone that you think you can trust and ask them their experience. Like, you know yourself, a sales rep will tell you one thing, but it's like if you speak to a person, like, yeah, that's going to give you the best indication, you know.
Yeah.
I suppose the next thing is look at their work, you know, look online, let's see the before and after pictures. That's what I'd say is just look at the before and after pictures and speak to people who've had the experience. That's really all you can do. You
I
know,
love
and
that.
trust your gut as well. You know, I got a really nice feeling from Kem. He seemed like a really genuine guy. And so, you know, we're not experts, you know, a normal person is not an expert in this stuff. So you can only trust your gut. You can look at a few pictures and you can speak to someone. That's it.
Yeah, I love that because it's exactly what we're trying to do with these videos. We're trying to bring up the real experience. We didn't
Sure.
prepare anything before this video, for example, exactly because I want it to be like an authentic chat where you just tell
Got you.
about what happened to you. And
Sure.
And how you've been doing. And I love to hear the different ways people tell their stories as well. And I think that's the best way as well. I really thank you for this time you took to
no problem
to record this video with me, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you. Yeah.
Same here. Take care.
Take care.